candy. If you know me, I have a problem with candy. I love it, and who wouldn't? I mean, candy's great. But it wouldn't be good for me to eat that all the time, whenever I wanted. Self-denial, the Jesus way, is good for you too. Jesus said, deny yourself and follow me. So what's up, and welcome to the 755 Live. For about 5 minutes, you'll hear about an easy-to-remember soundbite version of what Jesus said. The point? To help you experience life to the fullest, the Jesus way. Today's Jesus said comes from Luke chapter 9, verse 23 through 25. So starting in verse 23, it says, Then he said to them, he being Jesus, he said to them all, If anyone wants to become my follower, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. For what does it benefit a person if he gains the whole world, but loses or forfeits himself? Jesus is here telling his disciples in this crowd, saying, if you want to be a Christian, if you want to follow me, if you want to say that you're one of my disciples, you have to take up your cross daily and follow me. There's a lot of self-denial there. He says, because if you want to save your life, if you're all about your own life and, that selfish self-satisfaction, he said, you're going to lose it. But whoever will lose their life, willing to give it up for his sake, will save it. A different version in Matthew 10, chapter 38, it says, and whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. So by not being willing to experience that self-denial and choose Jesus over ourselves, it's really, Jesus says, it means we're not worthy of him. So Jesus said, deny yourself and follow me. Take up his cross. So no one at the time understood that Jesus was going to be crucified, not even the 12. He kind of explained it to them a few times, but they kind of always missed the point. But it wasn't uncommon for a rabbi to tell his students something about taking up your cross. Because in the Hebrew alphabet, the last letter is Tav, T-A-V. And, well, that's how it's pronounced, or that's how it's spelled out if you want to say phonetically. In the original script, the letter Tav is shaped like a cross. So the letter Tav in Hebrew means truth. And that letter was often used to brand cattle or some other way, things that you might, like livestock, to declare ownership. So in the first century, to the first century listener, taking up your cross spoken by a rabbi would give you like the impression of saying truth, like take up this truth, take up the truth that I'm telling you. Jesus said to become his follower, we must deny ourselves and take up his truth, his commands, his way of life. Jesus said to become his follower, we must deny ourselves and do that. I'm amazed at how when I think about it, like the way the 12 disciples, they just followed Jesus. Jesus didn't hit them with any kind of like crazy pitch or anything. He just said, follow me. And it wasn't always like a miracle. There wasn't always something like crazy that happened. He just said, follow me. I guess there was just something about being in Jesus' presence that when he asked you to follow him, you just did. And those disciples, they did. They denied themselves. They let go of their old lives and they followed him. But nowadays, deny yourself doesn't make for a very good church ad. It's easy for us to say like free coffee and donuts because people like those things. But if we said, hey, deny yourself, come die and suffer for the cause of Christ, I don't know how many people we'd get coming to church because it's counterculture. Culture says, oh, I'm just who I am, like that is what it is. But selfishness is a false identity. We can't do what Jesus said through just self-discipline, though. Those first disciples were literally in the presence of Jesus. How lucky they were. But Jesus said, we're actually better off than them because we have the presence of the Holy Spirit. In Galatians 5:23, it says, part of the Spirit's power in our lives is the fruit of the Spirit is self-control. And that means we have the power to kind of like take control of ourselves. And a lot of that sounds like denying ourselves or self-restraint. And he says we will have that power because of the Holy Spirit. So it's not even something we have to do by ourselves. It's not that we can just set enough habits to be self-denying. The Holy Spirit actually gives us the power to do that. So why don't we? Why are we still sometimes selfish? It's because, the enemy, if he can't make us bad, he's going to make us busy. He's going to make us selfish. But being in Jesus' presence changes that. Being in the presence of the Holy Spirit changes that. That fruit of self-denial is going to come in, but you have to be with him. So deny yourself and follow him. That's what Jesus said. So thank you so much for listening, and I would really appreciate if you like, comment, share, get the word out. If you want to read with us, again, that's bible.today.church, and you can follow along with us in the Bible. I really hope that this is meaningful to you, and I appreciate you. I hope you have an amazing day. And again, remember the Jesus said is deny yourself daily and follow me. That's what Jesus said. And I hope this time together has helped you live life to the fullest the Jesus way. We always end everything by saying to remember to follow Jesus today, and in everything, love first.